Are you looking to take a thrilling trip to India but unsure of where to start? No need to worry, the vibrant and lively city of Delhi is one stop you won't want to miss. Built as an enduring symbol of colonial heritage, India Gate stands tall at the center of it all, drawing in locals and tourists alike. Dating back nearly 100 years ago, this iconic landmark offers a wealth of history and culture for those who venture there. From captivating sunsets over its glimmering pool and awe-inspiring architecture that speaks volumes about 18th century design principles, to commemorate Indian soldiers who died in World War I, discover why millions visit India Gate every year without fail. In this guide, we'll explore the ins and outs this memorable destination has to offer so that your experience will be unforgettable too. India Gate is an important landmark in the Indian capital of New Delhi. It stands tall not just as a symbol of indomitable power but also as a national and largest war memorial too. The 42 meters high monument stands as a tribute to all the Indian soldiers who lost their lives fighting for the country in World War I and the Afghan wars. It is beautifully illuminated at night where people come to pay their respects and spend time with those who have fought for their nation. Inscribed on it are names of over 13,000 British and Indian soldiers, making it a moving reminder of the bravery and sacrifice of those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. It's no wonder that India Gate has become an iconic element which symbolizes patriotism, courage, and pride for all Indians across the world. The iconic monument India Gate in New Delhi stands today as a memorial to the Indian soldiers who lost their lives fighting during World War I. Designed by Edwin Lutyens as part of a plan for Delhi's development First World War on, the gate unites many strands of Indian history into one indelible symbol of war and remembrance. World War I was a major milestone for the building of modern India, as the First World War was seen by many as an opportunity to show their loyalty and commitment to the British Empire. After all the sacrifices made, Indians were given more representation in legislative councils and granted greater legal rights through membership in the Commonwealth. India Gate is one of Delhi's most iconic landmarks. Built in 1931, it was originally conceived as a war memorial to honor those Indian soldiers who lost their lives in World War I and the Northwest Frontier operations. It stands atop an esplanade that covers around 130 hectares and provides an impressive view over Rajpath, where the annual Republic Day parade takes place every year. India Gate stands as a proud symbol of sacrifice and courage for all those involved in India's struggle for independence. India Gate is a beautiful national war memorial located on the eastern edge of New Delhi, India. It was commissioned in 1931 by the British Indian Army to honor the 84,000 soldiers who died defending the British Empire in World War I, as well as many more hundreds of thousands who served during World War I but were not honored in other public war memorials built throughout Europe. Visiting this solemn memorial is an important part of any visit to Delhi as it honors sacred memory of those who gave their lives in service to the country and presents an incredible opportunity to look back on such an important part in history. It is truly a humbling reminder of India's rich and indelible history, as well as an important point of pride for Indians today. An eternal flame burning within this majestic structure serves as a reminder near India Gate of their immense contribution and courage. One can only imagine how many lives were forever changed due to these countless of Indian armies who fell in heroes' dedication to their country, making India Gate a sacred memory of the Indian soldiers' struggle for freedom. Despite its colonial origin, India Gate has since become synonymous with freedom fighters and Indian Army veterans who have given their lives in service of their country. While visiting this majestic landmark, one inevitably feels a sense of patriotism towards their country as they take time to remember those heroes who fought so bravely for us all. Visitors can also find names of several winners of posthumous awards displayed prominently at this solemn war memorial. Constructed with bricks collected from battlefields all around India, it truly serves as an indelible reminder of our India's brave heroes and their dedicated service towards protecting our beloved nation's safety and unity. Visiting at the right time can take your experience of this landmark to another level. Early mornings or late evenings are the best times to visit India Gate. The sun rising or setting behind it can provide an incredible view and a truly magical experience. During these hours, the area is less crowded, allowing you to admire the architecture without interruption while soaking up the atmosphere. A special experience awaits those who choose to visit India Gate at nighttime. Its monuments and engravings illuminated under serene night skies make for picturesque scenes that will be remembered forever. If you are looking for an outdoor activity while in New Delhi, there's plenty to do at India Gate. With its green lawns, you can spread out a picnic blanket or fly a kite with your family while observing the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Take a leisurely stroll around India Gate and take in the beautiful scenes around it, including historical buildings such as Rashtrapati Bhawan and National Stadium. Skateboarding is also popular among children's parks and in this area, although skateboarders must be mindful of pedestrian traffic around them. Cycling is another great way to explore India Gate, and some rental companies offer the opportunity to rent bicycles to make exploring easier. Regardless of what activities one chooses, visiting India Gate is sure to be an unforgettable experience that should not be missed when traveling to New Delhi. India Gate is a very special place to many people and holds a deep connection to history. It was created with the intention of symbolizing India's great achievements in World War I and with the hope that it will always remain a reminder of the many British Indian Army soldiers who lost their lives. Visiting India Gate is an opportunity to remember, respect, and pay tribute to those valiant soldiers. To take part in this important tradition yourself, think about visiting India Gate soon. You won't regret the experience. There are also plenty of amazing attractions throughout New Delhi that make for an unforgettable trip. Whether you plan on spending only a few hours here or multiple days, consider making time in your itinerary to appreciate this impressive memorial and its rich past. India Gate has come to symbolize much more than its original purpose when it was first constructed in the early 20th century. From serving as a World War memorial to a tribute to British Indian Army, India Gate has become an important tourist site in India's capital city of New Delhi. Its majestical arch and gates are a sight that can be appreciated by visitors from all around the world. When exploring New Delhi, tourists should ensure they visit India Gate at least once during their stay in the surrounding area. This is certainly one of India's truly wonderful monuments, and its history alone ensures its place with examples of colonial architecture throughout Asia since this time.